Hello and welcome to The Way Talk. I'm Roland, and this is a show about the early church. Our goal here is to rediscover the early Jesus movement and then live out its life and practices in our time and culture. This talk is a follow-up on the last two talks on church governance. Learning about and implementing as much as possible the early church's leadership structure is important. But there's something more important than adopting the right leadership structure. Let's find that out. I don't think that we can be any more helped than by reading the following exchange. Then the mother of the sons of Zebedee came to him with her sons, and kneeling before him, she asked him for something. And he said to her, "What do you want?" She said to him, "Say that these two sons of mine are to sit, one at your right hand and one at your left, in your kingdom." Jesus answered, "You do not know what you are asking. Are you able to drink the cup that I am to drink?" They said to him, "We are able." He said to them, "You will drink my cup, but to sit at my right hand and at my left is not mine to grant, but is for those for whom it has been prepared by my Father." And when the 10 heard it, they were indignant at the two brothers. But Jesus called them to him and said, "You know that the rulers of the Gentiles lord it over them, and their great ones exercise authority over them. It shall not be so among you. But whoever would be great among you must be your servant, and whoever would be first among you must be your slave. Even as the Son of Man came not to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many." Matthew 20:20-26. Well, how can we be helped here? More important than adopting the right leadership structure is the leadership's servant mentality. You see, the sons of Zebedee, James, or really Jacob and John, want to rule alongside Jesus in his kingdom. They surely have a political rulership in mind with the Romans being upended. So they send their mother to make the request. They apparently think that they'll stand a better chance to have their request granted if she asks. Far from what they hope, Jesus indicates that their path forward will be one of suffering and death, like his own. Well, when the rest of the disciples hear of this request, they're indignant. They're outraged. Why? Is it because they think that such a request is ill-fitting of Jesus' disciples? No. They're indignant, they're outraged, because they are beat to the punch. You see, they want the same as the sons of Zebedee. They want to rule. They want to lord it over. They want to exercise authority over others. Well, how can we be helped here then? Let me try to say this as nicely as possible. Any so-called elder, any so-called overseer or bishop, any so-called shepherd or pastor, any so-called church leader, if he doesn't have a servant's heart, a servant's mentality, a servant's disposition, then address him promptly. And if he doesn't mend his ways and begin serving like Jesus did, then remove him from leadership. See 1 Timothy 5:19-20. Don't think twice. Remove him immediately from leadership. He doesn't belong there. He's a usurper. He's not a servant. Now, why would I believe so strongly? Well, because Jesus did. You know that the rulers of the Gentiles lord it over them, and their great ones exercise authority over them. It shall not be so among you. Let those words sink in. It shall not be so among you. But whoever would be great among you must be your servant, and whoever would be first among you must be your slave. Even as the Son of Man came not to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many. If there's a single passage for church leaders to live by, it's this one. This passage should be largely displayed on the wall of every church leader's office. Until the next talk, grace and peace to you.